Welcome to a new episode. Today, I want to talk a little bit about finances. Now, this is not in any way financial advice video. What I want to do is I want to talk about the emotional impact around money, okay? Money is a topic that has been around for many, many years, okay? And the problem is the way how we deal with money is actually often very in a money's bad or money's evil, money is shameful. It comes along with so much attachment on how we've grew up, how we grew up. It's really about what is the language of money representing for you? What is the story, the energetic story of money for you? It's so crucial that you get really clear with this. See, we are on this planet and money is in our daily life, okay? So we cannot exclude that. This is how it is, okay? But let's say you move like very far in the universe, okay? Do you really think they care about money? Probably not, right? Probably not. So it's all about viewpoints on what is important, right? Do you need it when you're dead? Well, no. But here you do need it. You need to make peace with it. You need to be able to be in freedom with that. However that may look like for you, it's so crucial to get your finances in order, to understand what is in your book, what is the plus, what is the minus. It's very simple, okay? It's not even about investing. It's about how does money make me feel? You see, this is such a crucial aspect because many people are afraid to talk about it. What do I earn, right? Big topic, right? People don't like to talk about it. What do you earn? How much do you spend here, and here? What is your rent? What is your mobile phone? What is your internet? How much do you pay for grocery? People try to just block those things out, but you need to talk about it. Why? Well, you need to understand what is your relationship. Everything is in relationship with you, okay? You want to have more wealth. Well, but you want more wealth in all areas, okay? When we are talking about money, there is a lot of fear around it, a lot of fear and a lot of really heavy beliefs, like you need to work hard to earn money, you need to money's not falling from the trees, blah. And then you look in the world and you see, I don't know, maybe an influencer who is making whatever $1,000 and you're like, well, my account doesn't look that way. And you kind of feel like punished for your bank account, which actually then pulls back into your self-worth, your self-esteem. And you start maybe to connect the two. You start to be like, oh, if I don't have any money, then I must not be worthy of it. I must not be worthy of money, because if I would be worthy, if I would be, if I would have more worth in this world, I would be paid more, right? If this rings a bell to you, then there is always something you can do to make it more easy. Make it more simple. Simplify your life, okay? Start to get clear on your book. Start to understand your relationship with money. Don't be afraid to ask other people questions on, hey, what do you spend? I just want to check out, like, if I'm spending here too much. What are the deals, right? Start to get more interactive with money and start to be more aware of it. Start to be more conscious of what you're spending. It's so crucial. Get out the cash. Feel the cash, you know. We are having this in the bank account, having zero relationship to it, right? Oh, it's a zero less than it was before. And you're like, oh, well, you know, we lost the connection to that whole thing. And oftentimes there's a lot of fear, you know, the fear of, it's so funny, the fear of not having enough, right? I'm not able to pay my bills. I'm not able to spend this and this amount. You know, I'm not able to pay my invoices. Creates a lot of fear. Okay. Now let's say you have a hell lot of cash, and you're afraid to losing it. Now here is the interesting part, and I find this very interesting. The fear is actually the same thing of not having enough and having enough, but thinking I'm losing it again. The fear itself is the same. Now this brings me into the next point where I'm like, okay, if I move forward and I'm putting the I so you can feel into you, if I don't have any money right now, and if my solution to this is I'm just creating more wealth, right? I'm just creating more financial wealth, and then I will be okay. Well, we see in so many people who actually have the success that you're looking for right now, that's not giving them the peace. It's not giving them the freedom they seek because they are constantly afraid of losing it. They're constantly afraid. They're constantly looking for more. So what is the conclusion of that? You feel into what this means for you. Okay? Feel into what this means for you. Does it really support you if you are not talking about it? Does it really support you if you are not speaking out your worry, right? You gotta understand that in order to transform, you have to speak out your worries, your anxiety, your panic, right? Of not being able to pay for your bills, of being afraid that you may lose your money. You know, you gotta understand what is your relationship to that, right? And I'm not talking about, hey, I'm spreading my finances to all those people around me. I'm talking about talking to those people you can actually trust. Trusted people who understand finances, okay? Always try to meet an expert in that field, or someone you think has a little bit more knowledge than you, someone who is actually doing quite good. And always understand that they may not have reached, I don't know, they may not have reached their total peace with it. You know, always look at it and be like, oh, that's an interesting perspective. Let's see what I can take from there. If there is anything resonating for me, you know, anything in your story resonating with me. This doesn't mean that I'm accepting or saying yes to all those things that someone who is claiming to be their expert, I'm taking in. I'm making my own conclusion. I'm allowing myself to make my own conclusion and to say no to things that don't align. Freedom here. Be okay to say, okay, you're the expert, but for me it doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel, I cannot relate to that, you know. And there is a freedom in that. There is a freedom in that to accept that someone is saying something else, and you can stand there and say like, okay, well, not for me, but you know, maybe for someone else, and that's okay. That's really okay. You see, she said that's interesting. Well, she always wants to show up in some of the videos, you know. So with that said, understanding your relationship with money, because it's an important role of our society, okay? And what is interesting too is that There is something about not having any money and being creative with what you have. It's so, so funny. I was doing the best creation when I didn't have any money, because I had to come up with solutions that were low cost. I had to come up with things that were just very, very creative, very, very innovative, maybe even. There were so good products and so good things that I was creating based on I didn't have the money to pay someone else to do I don't know what, right? And there is actually there is a bliss in this, right? There is this moving into, okay, what can I create with what I have? What resources do I have currently that can bring me a little bit further? How much do I need to expand myself to see something else? How much can I seek some new information without me paying so much? Or the other way around, if I have a lot of money, how can I maybe sell some things that are not really my highest good, that make me nervous, How can I invest to keep myself more safe? This is this worry I'm talking about. This is I find this is quite an issue. See, if we stop to worry that much, right? If we start to be more in peace, and many people have issues with that because they're like, well, you have all the cash, what's the matter? The matter is that this inner thing, this inner worry, this inner panic, they haven't done anything about that. They haven't transformed that, and it's still there, it's stuck. You don't want to feel like that all your life. Then you are saying, oh, I made it, I'm 40, or 50 or 60, I made it, but I'm still afraid. I'm still afraid of losing cash because I may not be able to rebuild it. What's the problem? Like, what is the toughest thing that can happen to you? And I mean truly, you need to understand all your fears. You need to put them up on the table. You need to see what it actually means when you lose everything. What does that mean? How many changes would you have to make? Is it really bad? May it turn out quite good. Ask those questions. They are so, so crucial. They are here to tell you something. They're a signal. They're not what you are, they're not who you are, but they allow you to understand more. You need to be able to understand more if you want to learn the game of cash flow. If you want to understand how to invest, you need to first understand what your emotions are to it, right? You will never feel safe within. Money doesn't buy you safety. Doesn't buy you feeling safe, right? It just doesn't. It doesn't. It may give you a little peace in a sense. Okay, I have now this wealth, I have my car, I bought everything I wanted. So what? You look at those people, they're empty. Master. You need to master what you can to feel safe within. This money thing is an external resource. Look, I love external resources. I love them. I love it. They're great. There is a bigger resource, which is about you. You showing up as you. You being authentic. You choosing from your highest and best. And this is also how you are actually moving forward in life. This will give you peace. This will let go of all the panic attacks. This will help you to get back into you, being present, being more here, being aware what is around you. Just saying something like, I don't care for my finances, and it just comes to me and whatsoever. Maybe this works for someone. Maybe it doesn't for you. For me, this would never work. I cannot push something away that I originally was afraid of. That doesn't work for me. But you feel into you. You feel into you. Maybe the system you are having in place works perfectly, and too much diving into that will maybe disrupt, the flow that you are having. That is already automatically for you. That is already there, and it already works. This is for someone who feels out of alignment with their wealth, out of alignment with who they are, out of alignment with their emotion to it. So once again, money is here to support you, but it's an energy. And being afraid of losing it, being afraid of not being able to understand what this fear is really about. You see, understand what that actually is telling you. What is it telling you? And don't go for the obvious. Well, it's obvious. I'm moving out of my apartment and I'm losing everything. It's obvious. Maybe there is a little more. Maybe you need to dive a little deeper and to really understand your fear, to really go into the little version of you. Maybe there is something more to discover. Okay? I actually hope that this video has served, and let me know in the comment section on how this has supported you. And hey, if you're still watching, you may subscribe. Maybe there is something more for you here. And with that said, thanks so much for being here, and